Glory to the Father, the Son, and Holy Spirit. Today the Lord hath put on my spirit to speak on the topic of the parable of the fig tree. I will be reading from Jeremiah, the 24th chapter, verses 1 through 6, and it reads, The Lord showed me, and behold, 2 baskets of figs were set before the temple of the Lord. After that, Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, had carried away captive Jeconiah the son of Jehoiakim, king of Judah, and the princes of Judah with the carpenters and smiths from Jerusalem, and had brought them to Babylon. One basket had very good figs, even like the figs that are first ripe, and the other basket had very naughty figs, which could not be eaten. They were so bad. Then said the Lord unto me, What seest thou, Jeremiah? And I said, Figs, the good figs, very good, and the evil, very evil, that cannot be eaten. They are so evil. Again the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Thus said the Lord, the God of Israel, Like these good figs, so will I acknowledge them that are carried away captive of Judah, whom I have sent out of this place into the land of the Chaldeans for their good. For I will set mine eyes upon them for good, and will bring them again to this land, and I will build them, and not pull them down, and I will plant them, and not pluck them up. Okay, we have Jeremiah, the prophet here. He was shown basically a vision, but yet a parable of what was to come of the children of Judah, of Israel. And he saw 2 different sets of people you had, and they were metaphorically given to us as figs, the good figs and the bad figs. Now, we know later on that in the book of Daniel that Judah was and Israel was taken captive by Nebuchadnezzar. This has been fulfilled. And we know that there is nothing new under the sun. We know that, again, the Lord brought Judah and Israel back into captivity, into Babylon, or some might call America, the daughter of Babylon, excuse me, or America. Okay, let's continue on with the 7th verse. Well, before I do that, I would like to go back to the 6th verse. For I will set my eyes upon them for good, and I will bring them again to this land, and I will build them, and not pull them down, and I will plant them, and not pluck them up. So we know that after the fall of Nebuchadnezzar, some of the children of Israel returned to the land. The same scenario applies today with the children of Israel returning to the land. Now let's continue with the 7th verse. The 7th through 9. And I will give them an heart to know me that I am the Lord, and they shall be my people, and I will be their God, for they shall return unto me with their whole heart. And as for the evil figs, which cannot be eaten, they are so evil, surely thus said the Lord, so will I give Zedekiah the king of Judah and his princes and the residue of Jerusalem that remain in this land, and them that dwell in the land of Egypt. And I will deliver them to be removed unto all the kings of the earth, for their hurt to be a reproach and a proverb and a taunt and a curse in all places, whither I shall drive them. Okay, so here you have the curses of and a proverb and a taunt on Judah, okay, and his princes. So we know that so-called Negroes have been a proverb no matter where they go, okay? They've been taunted and cursed wherever the Lord sent them, because of their disobedience. And this applies today. Okay, so that concludes Jeremiah. Now let's move to the book of Mark, the 13th chapter, starting at the 24th verse. And it reads,
For false Christs and false prophets shall rise, and shall show signs and wonders, to seduce, if it were possible, even the elect. But take ye heed, behold, I have foretold you all these things. But in those days after the tribulation the sun shall be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars of the heaven shall fall, and the powers that are in heaven shall be shaken. And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in the clouds with great power and glory. And then shall he send his angels, and shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from the uttermost part of the earth to the uttermost part of the heaven.
now learn the parable of the fig tree. When her branch is yet tender, and putteth forth leaves, ye know that summer is nigh. So ye in like manner, when ye shall see these things come to pass, know that it is nigh, even at the doors. Verily I say unto you, that this generation shall not pass till all these things be done. Now, here we have Christ, the Messiah. Here we have the Messiah. He's telling them that after the tribulation, that you're going to see the fig tree bring forth leaves, and you know that summer is nigh. Now, he's simply saying that when we go back to Jeremiah, we know that the fig tree represents the two set of figs, okay, which are the evil figs and the good figs. These are Judah and the children of Israel that's bringing forth her leaves. Now, how does that apply to our modern day and time? Well, the house of Israel, these dry bones have been breathed upon, and life has entered these dry bones. Therefore, the fig tree branches are yet tender, but it's putting forth leaves. And it's even at the door that we shall see the sign and the Son of Man returning in the clouds.
Now some might say, well, how are we in tribulation? If you cannot see what's going on within this earth to know that this earth is in tribulation, then something is wrong. You got meteorites falling from the heaven, stars and fallen angels constantly falling. The earth is shaking with earthquakes. You have the sun going down a lot faster in certain parts of the earth, even in the United States and certain places. You have to have spiritual eyes to see that we are in tribulation. So the fig tree is bringing forth her branches. Just look at the news headlines. If you do not believe that we are in tribulation and these things are happening right now as I speak.
We know from reading the pretext in Jeremiah, he saw two baskets of figs, and these figs represented the good figs and the evil figs, and they had to come from a fig tree. And what verifies this is the book of Mark, where the Messiah is telling us about the fig tree putting forth her branches in a process to rebirth the children of Israel. We know that the children of Israel will be redeemed, and summer is nigh. Those who have an ear, let them hear what the Spirit is saying.